Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, step right up to see the strangest, most bizarre sights history has to show you. Serial killers, cannibals, the occult, strange rituals, lost civilizations. You'll find it all right here. Today, we're heading to the western frontier to look at the life of a man named John Garrison, which you may know as Jeremiah Johnston. Life in America in the 1800s was hard. There's a possibility of great adventure and great reward. Sometime around 1846, a young man named John Garrison set out to seek his fortune. He signed on to the Navy to fight in the Mexican-American War, where he served on a fighting ship. After an altercation with a superior officer, he jumped ship, changed his name to John Johnston. John soon headed out west to join a lot of others in digging for gold. He ended up in the Montana Territory. He prospected for gold. He sold firewood to steamboats, and he sold whiskey to Indians. Eventually, Johnston headed up into the mountains and took up trapping and hunting grizzly bears. He started out a bit of a greenhorn, but he learned fast. Became a great shot with a Hawkins rifle, good with a knife, and good with a tomahawk. Johnston settled into this new life pretty well. He eventually took over a cabin that a partner of his had built and decided he had to get himself a bride. He went back to the Flathead Indian tribe he'd been trading whiskey with and brought home a woman. She was known as the Swan. The relationship worked out pretty good. She taught him her language. He taught her how to shoot and hunt so she could take care of herself while he was out trapping in the wintertime. One day, coming home from a long trapping and hunting journey, John found something unexpected when he returned. His home had been burned to the ground. He went looking for his bride. He found her body laying out in the open, picked clean by vultures. She'd been around 7 months pregnant at the time. He discovered evidence that it was a Crow Indian hunting party responsible for this, and he swore vengeance. He sharpened his knife, he grabbed his axe, he grabbed his gun, and he went hunting. Johnston knew that the Crow believed the liver was where the soul resided, and they needed it intact to make it to the next world. He wasn't content just to take their lives. He was determined to take their soul. Johnston hunted down every Crow Indian he could find. He scalped them, he killed them, and he ate their liver. Soon, all over the Indian territories, Crow warriors' bodies were being found scalped, missing a liver. The Crows sent out 20 seasoned warriors to go after Johnston. The party never returned. Legend says that over the next 20 years, John Johnston scalped and cannibalized over 300 Crow warriors. Liver-eating Johnston became a form of boogeyman to the western frontier. After 20 years, he declared his vendetta was over, and him and the Crow were now brothers. Johnston went on to many more adventures, including fighting the Sioux and the Blackfoot in the Plains Indian War. He joined the 2nd Colorado Cavalry of the Union Army in 1864, his honorably discharged the following year. In the 1880s, he was sheriff of Colson, Montana, and marshal of Red Lodge, Montana. All in all, he did pretty good for himself to be a cannibalistic serial killer.